Has something happened?
My daughter, Pavlena. Remember her? She was here when I was healing you two.
I remember. What's wrong with her?
She's missing. It's not like her to be wandering around like that. She goes to Troskovitz to sell baskets, but she knows I can't manage on my own, so she never stays away for long. These old eyes of mine can't see nothing much. Pavlena has to take care of me. She's a good girl, that lass of mine. I'm very worried about her. You understand? What if something's happened to her? God forbid. I can't look for her myself, but you could. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I've no one else to turn to.
Do you think anyone might want to hurt Pavlena?
These are evil times, Henry. I dread to think what could happen to a young girl alone on the road. And besides, the folk in Troskovitz ain't too fond of us.
What have the Troskovitz people got against you? Did something happen?
I'd rather not talk about it, Henry. I wouldn't want you to get the wrong impression about us.
But what if her disappearance is connected with it? Tell me about it, good wife.
Well, we haven't always lived here in the rocks, you know. We're from Troskovitz originally.
Right. And how come you left?
Left? They threw us out. A childbirth went awry, and we were driven away by all the lies told about us.
Went awry? What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm sure the good folk of Troskovitz will be only too keen to tell you.
Where exactly was Pavlena going?
To Troskovitz. She was taking wicker baskets she'd made. She sells them there and uses the coin to buy what we need. Sometimes it takes her a while, but this time she said she'd be right back. I have a bad feeling about this.
Did it occur to you she might have run off? She's a young girl and pretty. What kind of life does she have here in the woods? Maybe she wanted to live a little.
You don't know Pavlena. She's not like that. If she wanted to live a little, she'd tell me straight out. She doesn't keep things from me. Don't imagine I keep her here against her will, or that I don't know what it means to be young.
Pavlena is young and, well, no offence, but you seem a little old to be her mother. Is she really your daughter?
She is. Not by birth, but that doesn't change anything. Her mother died in childbirth, and there was no one but me to take care of her.
And who was Pavlena's birth mother?
A girl from the charcoal burners. They left the county, and I think she had no one else. I buried her myself. No one came for her.
And do you know anything about Pavlena's father?
I don't know who he was. Pavlena's mother was very young, and the fella surely abandoned her when her belly grew. She never told me nothing about him.
Well, as a midwife, I'm sure you've seen it often that, that the mother doesn't survive childbirth.
All too often, lad. But that's the lot of women. Or is it any different where you're from?
No, it's not. True enough.
See then? Now, can we just keep our minds on Pavlena?
All right, good wife. I'll try to find Pavlena for you.
Thank you, Henry. Like I said, she was heading for Troskovitz. You should start looking there.
All right. I'll ask around there for her.
And maybe you could look in her room in the loft. My old legs ain't up to climbing stairs, but you might find some clues there. Take care.
So, Pavlena, what have you left for me? She's got unfinished work here. Hey, this is a boy's cap. Does Pavlena wear it? Or did someone leave it here? Like she got up and went straight out. I had a look in Pavlena's place in the loft.
And? Did you find anything?
I found a cap there. A man's cap. I don't suppose Pavlena would wear something like that.
You're saying she had some young man here? I'd surely have noticed.
I don't know, good wife. I'm just saying what I found.
Could she have found herself a beau in Troskovitz?
She's got unfinished work there. She weaves baskets.
Aye, she usually has a few on the go. But she took them to the market in Troskovitz. We've got nothing here but what we make ourselves, or find in the woods. Pavlena weaves baskets very nicely. Folk buy them from her. Take care, my friend.
The Lord be with you.
I'm looking for Pavlena from Zheleyov. She went missing after heading here to Troskovitz.
Then ask that drunk Jezek. I heard him talking about her often enough. I don't have nothing to do with the girl.
You're not allowed here.
I hear you're interested in Pavlena.
What's it to you?
Well, Pavlena's gone missing. Do you know anything about that?
Why should I? I don't give a shit about Pavlena anymore.
What happened to you? You're all beaten up.
It ain't none of your fucking business. If you're so interested, go and ask at the tavern. I bet they'd be glad to tell you all about it.
Have you got something against Pavlena?
I ain't got no problem with her. She's the one that's got a problem with me, the bitch.
Someone ought to shut that nasty mouth of yours. Pavlena's gone missing, and the way you talk about her, I'm getting the feeling you might be to blame. And that could end very badly for you.
Hold your horses. That beating I got in the tavern was enough for me. I ain't seen Pavlena, and if she'd been around here, she'd have steered clear of me anyway.
Why's that?
There was a time when I wanted her for my wife. Only she'd rather be with that ginger bastard Roman. If anyone's seen her, it was that ne'er-do-well. Or that other fucker, Dushko. The two of them live along the way to Zheleyov.
The other day.
We'll see. But I reckon it's time...
One beer, I'm sorry.
Good evening. What do you need?
Have you seen a young girl selling baskets here? Her name is Pavlena.
Pavlena? That's a nice name. Is she your sweetheart?
No, nothing like that. I'm just helping her mother find her. She's worried about her.
I see. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't know nothing about her.
Have you come to break some more stuff? If you want something, wait till I've stopped being angry. And if you don't have anywhere to sleep, they'll look after you in Zheleyov.
I apologize.
Good evening. What do you need?
Have you seen a young girl selling baskets here? Her name is Pavlena.
Pavlena. Pavlena? Aye, isn't she the girl who hangs out with the woodcutters? You should ask them. Their foreman, Dushko, has a cottage not far from the tailor's. A bit further from the green. Farewell, my friend.
Have you seen a young girl selling baskets here? Her name is Pavlena.
Aye, she's been hanging out with Roman from next door. Maybe they went off somewhere together? Dushko, my husband, was looking for Roman. Better ask him. Take care, my friend.
You're looking for Roman? I also need to find him. To ask if he knows where Pavlena is.
That sweetheart of his? Well now, I hadn't thought of that. They could be together somewhere, so you can help me look for him.
Where do you think Pavlena and Roman might be?
Not long ago, Roman was talking over a beer about how him and Pavlena wanted to leave and start a new life. Somewhere where no one knows her and her ma.
You think they'd really do it?
I took it all with a grain of salt, but after what he told me last time, anything is possible. For Christ's sake, he's got a whole house his pa left him. He wouldn't just leave it on account of her, would he?
Well, I don't think either that Pavlena would just run off and leave her mother alone.
You never know with women. And what's more... No, I shouldn't say nothing about that. Best to go and look in Roman's house. He wouldn't just leave empty-handed, right?
Wait, though. What was it you were going to say about Pavlena? What did Roman tell you? Why would he want to move away with Pavlena now?
No, I shouldn't have said anything. I promised I wouldn't tell anyone.
Listen, I really need to know about it. It might be important. Something could have happened to Pavlena, and any little thing could be a clue.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. It ain't really a little thing. Well, it is and it isn't. Pavlena is expecting a child. It's Roman's bastard.
Really? And who else knows about it?
Roman says he told only me. But who Pavlena might have told, I couldn't say. I don't reckon she's got many friends, though.
Now I see why they wanted to leave together.
Aye, that's just what I was thinking. We really should check out Roman's house. Then we'd know for sure.
All right. Let's go and take a look at Roman's.
Great. That is, you can go there.
Hang on, you said you two were friends. Why would I go there alone?
For one thing, I have to work. And besides, how would it look if anyone saw me breaking down his door? My reputation would be ruined. Whereas you, no offense, you're a stranger. You don't have to worry about your good name, do you? But me, I'd lose my livelihood.
How do I get into Roman's house?
Through the door, of course. Only it's locked. I tried it. You'll have to figure something out.
Oh, that's just great. All right. I'll go and have a look.
After you search the place, come back and let me know what you found. I'll be around here somewhere.
Praise the Lord. Nobody home. But maybe Pavlena was here. It's set for 2. Freshly eaten. And there are the baskets Pavlena came here to sell. They were here for sure. Maybe they just went for a stroll. Dushko might know about their favourite spots.
stay close to the others. It's not...
I searched Roman's house.
And what did you find?
Well, there's no one there, but Pavlena had been there for sure. The table was set for 2, and I found the baskets that she sells too.
You're right. It sure does look like she was there.
It can't have been long ago either. The food was still fresh. Any idea where they might have gone?
Well, they've got a favorite spot down by the stream. You could try looking there.
Where exactly?
There's a ditch leading from Roman's house to the stream. Follow it down the hill. When you come to a place where the stream flows between the 2 big boulders, turn left and go straight. There it is, under an old linden tree.
All right. Thank you.
But, mind you don't walk into the middle of anything, awkward. And tell that lazy bastard to get his ass to work. I'm not going to do his work for him. See you later.
Bloody hell.
Christ, there must have been a fight here. It's covered in blood. Used as a weapon, maybe. This is surely Pavlena's. A piece of her dress. This doesn't look good. If I had Mutt here, I could let him sniff it. Oh well. Never mind. Jesus. This must be Roman. Someone buried him here. Mother of God. And the body's been munched on by a pig. I should try and find out who's herding those pigs. Maybe they saw something.
Ladybird! Where the hell is that?
I found a stray pig.
That's great. I lost a sow somewhere. Where is she?
Not so fast. It's munching on a corpse back there in the forest.
Blessed Virgin! What corpse?
My guess is it's Roman, a local woodcutter.
By all that's holy! I saw him going towards the woods with his girl, and now you tell me he's dead. Surely she didn't kill him. Oh, Christ, I think I'm gonna throw up.
Who are you?
My name is Hugo. I herd hogs. I take them to the woods to forage for acorns and nuts. But I ain't got nothing to do with no cops, if that's what you're asking.
You say you saw Roman with his girl. You mean Pavlena?
Aye, that's the name. Pavlena. I saw the pair of them going down towards the stream. Probably for a smooch. The 2 of them are pretty close. That is, they were. Oh, you think the girl might be mixed up in his death?
I hope not. I'm trying to find her too. Have you seen anything suspicious going on around here?
Suspicious? Like how?
I don't know. Someone carrying or dragging something? That corpse didn't walk there on its own.
Hang on now. I did see something a bit odd. One of the farmhands came from the woods in a big hurry. And he was carrying a spade.
Which one of them was it?
Straw! That is Slavobor. But everyone calls him Straw. He works on Yakish's farm. A big farmstead in the south of the village. Oh, do you think he could have killed Roman?
Who knows? But it does seem like he buried him.
God's truth.
Thanks for your help. I better go and find that farmhand.
Aye, and if he really done it, then give the murdering fucker what he deserves. Ladybird!
Are you the one they call Straw?
Yeah? Why?
I know everything. I know you buried Roman's body in the woods.
What? How could you? That's not true.
It's no use trying to wriggle out of it. I have a witness.
Shit. Fuck. I didn't want nothing to do with it, I swear. It's all that girl's fault.
Where is Pavlena?
I ain't telling you nothing.
Listen, if you tell me everything that happened, it'll go easier for you. I'm sure you wouldn't kill anyone out of wickedness. Tell me how it was, and I'll testify for you.
All right. All right. I believe you. Well, it all began in the tavern. We were boozing with Yakish. He don't go to the tavern much, but when he does, me and my brother go along too. Even though we're just his hired farmhands, he buys us wine.
Yeah? Go on.
When Yakish got drunk, he started remembering that day when his wife and son died. It happened during childbirth. And to this day, Yakish blames Bozhina, the herb woman, for it. She was the midwife. I don't know if it was really her fault, but anyway, the boy died and she didn't baptize him, even though she had every right to do it. The little fella died unchristened, so his soul is damned for all eternity. That's not right.
That's awful. But what's it got to do with anything?
When he had 3 or 4 jugs inside him, Yakish started on about how he'd give anything to see Bozhina suffer the same pain as he did. It wasn't enough for him that they drove her out of the village that time. He wanted to pay her back even more.
I hope for your own good, this isn't going where I think it's going.
No. Listen, my brother Ota, he was always the sly one out of the two of us. He came up with this idea that we'd lie in wait for Pavlena when she came to sell her baskets.
I see. Bozhena's daughter for Yakish's son.
No, it wasn't like that. We didn't set out to kill her, just to give her a bit of a hiding and tell her not to come back here again. Then we'd lie to Yakish that she was dead, and he'd reward us with... well, he's got 2 girls to marry off, and Marusha's a pretty one. But he'd never let either of them marry a hired hand unless I'd done him a worthwhile service. See?
Oh, so you two just ambushed that poor girl? Where is she now? Answer!
We followed her along the path to the pond, and then we jumped her. Only then her fella turned up, Roman. As soon as he saw us, he charged us like a wounded boar. And he held my brother by the throat and pounded him like a madman. So I grabbed a rock and smashed him over the head with it. I never seen so much blood. I didn't mean to kill him, I swear.
God almighty. And what did you do with Pavlena?
She was stunned when she saw what happened. So my brother grabbed her and dragged her into the rocks while I went to bury Roman. We couldn't just let her go after she'd seen everything.
Where in the rocks?
To the south of Zhelyov. There's a kind of gorge there. An abandoned poacher's hide with a ladder leading to it. I've told you everything. What are you going to do with me?
Both of you should be tried justly for what you did. I'll take you to the bailiff and leave the rest to him.
Kurva, I really didn't want it to end like this.
I brought you Slavobor. They call him Straw, from Yakesh's farm. He and his brother attacked Pavlena and killed Roman. Then Straw buried him in the woods.
For the love of God, Straw! Is this true?
We didn't mean to kill anyone. We just wanted to give Pavlena a scare, and Roman went for us. It was self-defense.
Henry, is it true what he's saying?
Straw killed Roman, but I don't believe he did it with evil intentions. You should be lenient.
I'll take your testimony into account. You'll be locked up in the rat house, Straw, until we decide what to do with you. Thanks for bringing him in, Henry. Roman's murder can't go unpunished.
Stop there! Don't come any closer, or I'll cut her throat! Don't move, you whoreson! Who the fuck are you?
My name is Henry. I'm from Skalitz.
And what the fuck do you want here, Henry of Skalitz? Who sent you?
I've had enough of this. What kind of a man are you, hiding behind a girl?
What?
You're not man enough to face me?
You bastard!
Come on then! Let her go, and we'll fight it out!
Shut up and save your threats! You take one step towards me, and I'll slit the girl's throat. And then I'll deal with you. What the fuck are you doing here?
Her mother sent me. She's worried about Pavlena.
Shit, I might have known that old witch would send someone. Kurva! I never wanted it to end like this. You gotta believe me. I just wanted to give Pavlena a scare, but then that fool Roman got mixed up in it and... I never meant to kill anyone! Shit!
Take it easy.
Don't fucking tell me to take it easy! How did you get here? My dog Bristly was guarding the entrance. What did you do to him, you bastard? And where's my brother? He should have been here long ago. Talk, or I'll slit her throat.
Your brother is fine. He sent me here to talk to you. He doesn't want you to kill Pavlena.
Why the fuck would he send someone I've never laid eyes on? Why didn't he come himself? You did something to him, you bastard!
Why are you doing this? Why pick on Pavlena?
It's Yakish's doing. Bozhena killed his son. He was always on about paying her back for it. And he's got a huge fucking farm and 2 daughters to marry off. He'd never give them to ordinary farmhands. Unless he owed them a debt.
So you did it to get into his good books?
It was the only way. I don't want to spend my whole life shoveling shit.
What dog? I didn't see any dog, bristly or otherwise.
Don't try to make a fool of me. He was guarding outside.
He must have run off. Or maybe something... devoured him.
What could devour my Bristly, you idiot? Do you want to get me mad? For sure you did something to him and you're trying to wriggle out of it.
Listen, you have to let Pavlena go. She's pregnant. She's expecting Roman's child.
What? How do you know?
Roman told Dushko, and Dushko told me.
Oh, shit. We killed the baby's father.
Let the girl go. She's suffered enough.
All right. I'll let her go. But on one condition. You'll let me walk away. Will you promise that?
You have my word. Just set her free.
All right. All right. All right. Just take it easy.
You swine!
I'm letting her go.
Die!
Look!
Die! Die! That's for Roman! You bastard!
You killed him. But he let you go.
So what? He deserved nothing better.
Well, maybe he did deserve it, but he was giving himself up. That was dishonorable.
Like there was anything honorable about what he and his crony did to Roman. I'm glad he's dead. And now I'm going home to Ma. Are you coming with me?
sorry, but I want to clear something up before we go.
What's that?
Are you alright? You're not hurt?
No, I'm fine. Just a few scratches. It's nothing.
Are you really expecting a child? And is Roman the father?
Yes. It's true. Me and Roman wanted to get married and go somewhere far away. With Ma too, of course. But you won't tell Ma about the baby, will you? Please.
Why don't you want her to know?
Ma knows how to get rid of a baby in a situation like this. She might want to, but I don't want that.
I can't promise you that. Bozhena ought to know.
Well, at least let me tell her.
How did you get here?
Me and Roman were going down to the stream. He went back to get something, and I went on ahead. Those two bastards jumped me by the stream. I don't know what they wanted to do to me, but Roman stepped in. Only one of them grabbed a rock and...
I know. You don't have to say any more.
When it was all over and Roman was lying on the ground, Otter tied me up and dragged me here. I tried to make a run for it, but that bastard set his dog on me.
Do you know why they wanted to hurt you?
Yakesh put them up to it. For a long time after they chased us out, I didn't dare go to Troskovitz. Ma always warned me not to. Only then, I met Roman. I should have known the people there hadn't forgotten about us. And that Yakesh still wanted revenge.
Tell me something about Roman. What was he like?
He was a woodcutter in Troskovitz. We were... together. Sorry. I can't talk about it now.
What exactly happened? How did Roman die?
He was trying to protect me. If he hadn't come along, I don't know what those beasts would have done to me. Only that big brute grabbed a rock and smashed Roman over the head with it. He fell straight to the ground. I could swear he was looking at me the whole time, even though he was lifeless, like he was trying to tell me to run.
That's all I need to know.
So, can we please go now?
Can you make your own way home? I'd rather have another look around here, to be on the safe side.
Yes, I think I can find my way. They didn't blindfold me, so I know how we went. We'll meet at our hut.
Watch out for yourself.
Henry?
What?
Thanks for coming here for me. You saved my life.
Thank you once again for saving Sir Hans's life, and mine. I promised I'd pay you back, and I keep my word. So please accept this token of gratitude on behalf of me and Sir Hans.
Thank you, Henry. You're an honourable man who doesn't make promises lightly. I'll put it aside for Pavlena, but don't waste any more time on me, and go and look for Pavlena. I'm very worried about her.
Pavlena is fine.
Thank God. Take care for now, Henry.
Leave me alone, you wretch! I ain't going to talk to you about anything.
I apologise. I'm really sorry. Let's just forget about it.
Absolutely not. I'm not going to wait around for you to cause more trouble.
I don't have anything to pay you with.
That's your problem, you scoundrel.
What can I do? I'll be going then.
That's right. Get out of here, you scoundrel. Leave me alone. I ain't going to...
Let's make up, shall we? Here's some compensation.
I suppose, but I'll be keeping my eye on you.
Come on. I'll escort you home.
All right, let's go.
Here we are. Pavlena's fine.
Pavlena, let me look. Are you all right?
I'm fine, Ma. They
abducted her.
God almighty. Who would do such a thing?
They were hired hands from Troskovitz.
And did they do anything to you?
No, they just tied me up. But they were Yakesh's hands. They would have killed me.
Yakesh? I might have known he wouldn't leave us in peace. Hasn't he hurt us enough already? Isn't it enough that we have to live here because of him?
Ma.
I knew it would come to this. Henry, I need one last service from you.
I'd be glad to help.
Yakesh is to blame for everything. For us being driven out, for Pavlena being abducted.
And for everything else.
Everything leads back to him and his old hatred. We'll never have peace as long as he's alive.
What are you trying to say?
I want you to kill him.
What? Are you serious?
Yes. It's either him or us.
What happened between you and Yakesh?
That's old history.
It was because of him that they drove us out of Troskovitz.
You lived in Troskovitz?
For generations. I was the midwife there for years, just like my ma before me. So many children we brought into the world. Yakesh's too, except for one.
What happened?
The birth started sooner than it should have, and Yakesh didn't send for us on time. He thought since Ludmilla had already given birth to 3 children, she'd manage the 4th on her own. Little Marushka came to get us, though, but by the time we arrived, it was looking bad. I did what I could. I gave her poultices and herbs to inhale, but the child was feet first and wouldn't come out. No matter what we did, it clung on and wouldn't budge. In the end, it died. When we finally got it out, it was too late.
He was, ripped apart. I remember that.
Pavlena. It was a boy. Yakesh's only son. He wouldn't listen. He had to look at him. Right after, he threw us out. Ludmilla died during the night, probably all alone, from exhaustion and pain, or maybe distress. Yakesh blamed us for everything, and the whole village listened to him. They drove us out.
Past the boundary stone.
Yakesh turned all his anger and hatred against us. But it was us who tried to save his son.
I don't think it was your fault. These things just happen in life sometimes.
Aye. Everyone dies.
Yes.
Bozhena, don't you know that that path leads nowhere good? They hurt Pavlena, yes, but you mustn't do anything. Murder is a sin.
No, Henry. Enough is enough. When Yakesh accused us of killing his son, I did nothing. When they drove us out of the village, I did nothing. When we had to forage in the woods to survive and spent the winter shivering over dying embers, I did nothing. And now, when Yakesh tried to kill my daughter, you tell me I should do nothing? No, lad. This can't go on.
And what if someone then avenges Yakesh's death on you?
Let them. I've had enough. Why would I make peace with someone who only wants to hurt us?
Because Pavlena is with child.
What? Is this true, Pavlena?
Ma,
Well, speak up, girl. I won't do anything to you.
I wanted to tell you. I wanted you to meet Roman, and we wanted to move away and take you with us, and Roman was...
My little girl.
I don't know what to do, Ma.
Don't worry. We'll take care of everything. You think, Henry, that you could persuade Yakesh to drop his accusations against us?
If you did, you and Pavlena could move back to the village. That'd be the best thing for the little one.
Very well. If you think you can convince him, but if he refuses to listen to reason, you know what you have to do.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Rest his soul.
And get this.
Let me be, you scoundrel. I ain't going to talk to the likes of you.
I apologise. I'm really sorry. Let's just forget about it.
Absolutely not. I'm not going to wait around for you to cause more trouble.
Let's make up, shall we? Here's some compensation.
All right. But I'll be keeping my eye on you.
Your farmhands murdered Roman and abducted Pavlena, the herb woman's daughter.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Straw admitted everything, so I dealt with him according to the law.
Jesus Christ! Why would they do something like that?
They did it to get in your good books. For taking revenge on Bozhena.
My God! I never wanted anything like that. When I get drunk, I curse her, aye, but I never wanted anyone to kidnap her daughter or murder anyone. I didn't put anyone up to it. They did it on their own, and it's their own bloody fault. Jesus Christ! That's the last thing we need, a mess like this. I have to square things up with Thrush. I hate humans.
Bastards. Look, I know relations between you and Bozhena the herb woman aren't good. But it's time to put an end to the animosity.
Where are you going with this? That witch deserves no pity.
I understand your bitterness. And I'm sorry about your son. Bozhena would certainly have saved him if she could. But whatever happened between you, it has to end now. Bozhena came very close to losing her daughter on account of your feud. Your farmhands abducted her. They killed her sweetheart.
But I had nothing to do with that. They did it of their own free will, not on my orders.
That means nothing. They did it because of you. They wanted you to be indebted to them.
But that's not my fault, and I don't see why I should have to make up with Bozhena on account of it.
Look at them human horses. They think they can do whatever they want. The nerve of them showing.
You're lucky I saved Pavlena. She's expecting Roman's child, the child of a man who your hands killed. If I hadn't stopped them, they'd have killed her too, along with the unborn child.
By all the saints, Shit! You're right. It's time to put an end to it. And don't worry, I understand it won't be so straightforward. I'll send Bozhena compensation. I never wanted anything to happen to her daughter. She's the one who suffered most from that banishment. She can't have been more than 10 years old. I give my word that I won't do anything bad to them. And those two fools of hands, they won't show up here again. And if they do, I'll haul them off to the bailiff myself.
I've already dealt with your hands.
Oh. Good. Good, but my offer still stands. Bozhena and Pavlena could return to the village.
Very well. It's about time this chain of vengeance was broken for good. Give me the money, and I'll take it to Bozhena. God alone knows whether she'll forgive you.
Thank you. It's time for us all to get on with our lives. I hope Bozhena will understand that.
I talked to Yakesh and explained everything to him. He agreed to make amends. His hands acted on their own accord, and he's sorry about it, mostly because of Roman and Pavlena.
What does that mean? That Pavlena can go to Troskovitz and no one will trouble us anymore?
Yes, but that's not all. He gave me some coin for Pavlena, too, as compensation for Roman. Even though he wasn't Pavlena's relative, Yakesh wants to show his sympathy for her loss. Here it is.
Thank you, Henry. In the end, you were right. If only we'd made peace with Yakesh before it all went so far.
Well, at least Pavlena is safe.
I don't know what I'd do without her. We'll always be obliged to you, Henry. If you ever need anything, you know where to come. And you should at least keep half of Yakesh's coin.
That's all right, good wife. Pavlena will need it more. For her baby. I'm glad I was able to help.
Henry, if Pavlena has a boy, I hope he'll be at least half as good as you. I'll tell him all about you one day. Thank you, Henry, for everything. Take care, Henry.